Hey everybody, it's Michael Angelo Caruso. I am reporting to you live from COVID ground zero. We're about halfway through the COVID-19 crisis of 2020. Nobody even knows what we're going to call this thing yet moving forward into the future. The great COVID-19 slowdown of 2020. Who knows? It's been a tragic affair for many, many people. A lot of people have died. Many more have been sick, and families have been put out. The economy of several countries is in jeopardy, and nobody knows how it's going to shake out. But one of the things that we know for sure is that there have been a lot of lessons learned, and probably more lessons to come. They're going to write books about this for sure. And I wanted to talk to you and share some of the lessons that I've learned, and I hear people talking about, and maybe the ways we can use these lessons to improve ourselves moving forward. A lot of what I'm about to share with you was first published in a blog entry at michaelangelocaruso.com. You can check it out there, The Unintended Lessons of COVID-19. I thought about beginning this video by talking about the numbers, but they change all the time. The numbers are only good for today. And it just, at some point, you just got to look past the numbers and just address the entire scope and specter of this thing, which is extraordinary. We know that fear motivates. It took a long time for people to figure out in the United States this was a thing, you know. Think about this. We saw this unwinding in China, in the central province of China, Wuhan, in Q4 of 2019. The World Health Organization knew about it in December of 2019. And like most people, I watch the news. I suppose a lot of people today are not even watching the world news. They're not watching the news at all. They're watching Facebook or other places where they get their information. But I pay attention to the world news. I knew there was something going on in China, this mysterious outbreak where a handful of people, and then a cluster of people had been impacted by something that was at first unnamed. And then it was the coronavirus, and then it was COVID-19. And just each week brings a new layer of understanding about the severity of this thing. But initially, like most people, I'm watching the news reports and I'm like, isn't that interesting? You know, those Chinese have interesting culture over there. You know, they're eating uncooked bat intestines, and we would never have that problem here in the States. And then it was, they've had to curfew people in Wuhan. And then it was, I saw a video of empty streets in China, which, never happens, right? It looked like almost like a spoof. These big streets in China, pedestrian walkways and stuff, and there's nobody on the streets. You'd never see that in a place like China. Wuhan is a huge population, and that's just that area of China. And then it was, aren't those Chinese clever? Look how they can build a hospital almost overnight. What a shame that they have to do that over there, right? Well, there's an old adage, that we could have seen it coming a mile away. Well, we could see this one coming 7,000 miles away and still didn't take it seriously. And there are people who are defending United States leaders that they did exactly everything right, exactly everything on time, exactly what was supposed to be done, exact right protocol. I got news for you. There was no protocol for this. Nobody knew it was coming. Nobody knew the severity. They call it the novel coronavirus. Novel means new, right? They've never seen anything like this before. And so anybody that said they knew exactly what was going to happen is lying to you, right? It's a form of gaslighting designed to make you think and make you feel like you're clueless and that they're completely in touch. And that's not reality. That's what gaslighting is. It's convincing you of a parallel reality. Even now there are people that are saying they know they've got it under control. They know exactly what's happening. Nobody knows. So we learned that fear motivates, because when everybody got scared, that's when we stopped seeing the resistance to concepts like the economy shutdown, the stay-at-home or shelter-in-place mandates, and those types of things. Even now, there are some states that have not issued shelter-in-place. Florida, the state of Florida, Governor DeSantis didn't issue stay-at-home for Florida until last week. Last week. And you can watch this thing on the COVID-19 tracker on Bing, and Florida is about to overtake Michigan in terms of number of cases. And it's not just a United States problem, this is a world problem. After we fix it here in the States, and we will, India has to get it. So what do you think that means about passport control and being able to fly from country to country in the near future? You know, it's April now, April 8th. And we're probably not going to get back to normal in this part of the world until July 1st, maybe. Nobody knows. I don't know. But I'll tell you I don't know. But imagine we are able to get back to business by June 1st or July 1st, and then other parts of the world have to go through this. You know, just like we were waiting for China, it's already 4 or 5 months ago now, we'll be in the United States waiting for other parts of the world to go through it 4 and 5 months from now. This thing will still literally be in the wind. So we've learned, I think, that fear motivates. We also have learned that fear sells with all of the hoarding that's going on and some of the strange behavior. Very odd. We also know that our thoughts impact our emotions, and our emotions, to a large extent, dictate our behavior. I mean, think about this. We didn't take it seriously, so we didn't feel the fear. We didn't feel the need to act, right? And it was all a giant chain reaction. And the psychologist Albert Ellis put all this forward a couple decades ago with a concept called rational emotive behavior therapy, REBT. And this idea that what you think about is linked directly to how you feel, and how you feel determines how you behave. And we need to think about this moving forward with future models. And so now we're all in this like giant slowdown in the United States, and we're all trying to get used to this pent-up energy and all these, you know, not going to work, not being able to do the things we like to do, only going out for food and what they call essential business, essential items, like the pharmacy and the food and stuff like that. And so the other day I did another blog post that talked about ways that we could distract ourselves. You can search this one up too. It's called The Art of Distraction. And I want to take you through a couple of those ideas right now. And one of them is this, one of the things I've been doing to distract myself, and everybody's going to find their own ways to get through this little slowdown, is I've gone back into my YouTube channel to curate the over 700 videos that I have there, getting them SEO refreshed on them, maybe polishing the descriptions or the titles a bit, pruning out and culling the videos that maybe aren't up to my standards anymore or up to your standards anymore. And I found a video that's titled "Your Mother Lied to You" that you might want to check out. In it, I'm doing a live keynote in Mississippi, Biloxi, I think. And I often play with the audience, and I have two young women stand up. They're teenagers. And we chat for a minute, and it comes clear that of all the ways mothers have lied to us, you know, no swimming 45 minutes after you eat, and this and this and this. And you watch their faces as we go through this. It's hysterical. It's really, they're fun. And it's a fun little video to watch. Your Mother Lied to You on my YouTube channel. And you can subscribe if you want to see new videos when they're posted. We're also learning more about our own immune systems and how to be healthier. One of the ahas in this situation with so many people dying and so many people needing ventilators or intubation so that they can breathe, COVID-19, of course, attacks the lungs and the respiratory system, is that healthcare workers have had to choose who gets ventilators and who doesn't, which is how terrible for the people that are dying, but really also unfair for the people who have to make these decisions. You know, it's a terrible thing to have to live with, to make those decisions. And so we're learning we're going to have more ventilators in the future. But how about this? How about that we work really hard not to get our respiratory systems compromised, that we take better care of ourselves? Something like 19% of the population still smokes cigarettes, ladies and gentlemen, setting themselves up to be low-hanging fruit during things like a COVID-19 crisis, right? Now, sometimes, you just get a set of bad genes and your bronchioles are susceptible to infidels and invaders. And sometimes you bring it on yourself with lifestyle issues and metabolic problems and lack of exercise and being obese and being type 2 diabetes and these types of things. And there are people out there that can help you. I know one, Renee Pothitis, who offers a free Facebook group called Eat, Evolve, and Inspire. And if you join that free group, you can build up your immune system so that you're not under attack in the future. So now's a good time to think about and recalibrate your health and get your health back, so that not only that you feel good every day, but you're not so susceptible when things go bad, and they are going to go bad again. I'm binging on a lot of music that I normally wouldn't get a chance to listen to. I've been a huge Beatle fan all my life. I marvel at the sheer production of Paul McCartney, not only as a Beatle, but also as a solo artist. And as a solo artist, he has a song that's not on most people's radar. And I'm listening to it a lot these days because of not only the title and the subject matter, but I just can't get my head around how a guy who is so hyper-focused in getting things done, he just nails the topic of distraction. And in fact, that's the name of the song, Distractions, plural. And you can search it on YouTube and find it in various places and listen to it. It's just put your headphones on and have a nice glass of wine or something and just listen to and be distracted. The art of distraction is what's going to get us through this little slowdown and help us keep at peace with ourselves during this this time of uncertainty. I've also been reminiscing a bit and going back through some old photographs and scanning them, or in some cases just shooting them with a digital camera so that I have them in digital format. I've been wanting to do this for years. I always thought if I had, a month off sometime, I could do it. Well, guess what? I have a month off, and so do you. So if you're not old enough to actually have photographs, I'm sure you can find other hobbies that can keep you busy during this time period. And I hope that's what you choose to do. I hope that when this is all over, your biggest claim to fame isn't that you watched every movie on Netflix. I hope you started a hobby or finished writing your book or developed a new skill set of some sort, or maybe started exercising more and taking care of yourself. I wish that for you during this uncertain time, and hope that you and yours are healthy, that you stay healthy, and that you're far better suited for dealing with this type of thing the next time it comes around. As always, I welcome your comments and suggestions. Please like down below if you do, and we'll help more people. I appreciate you. More about what I do at michaelangelocaruso.com. And of course, if you're interested in being a better speaker or presenter, you want to join my free Facebook group. It's called Present Like a Pro. Thanks, everybody. See you on the backside.